Good evening and welcome. You're on to Aspheric TV and this is the evening news wrap-up. My name is Gifts. The headlines: 7 shot, several wounded as armed men invade Dangote cement factory, Obajana. NRC to unveil plans on train resumption. Rivers Assembly deletes Celestine Omehia as ex-governor. 18 governors working for Peter Obi, Ohaneze. Buhari credits his government for the release of Abuja-Kaduna train passengers. Please stay with us for details of these stories. Now the news. 7 staff of Dangote cement factory located in Obajana, Kogi State have been reportedly shot while several others were wounded when armed men invaded the plant on Wednesday. Daily Post authoritatively gathered that the armed men, numbering about 500, mostly vigilantes, were said to be fully armed with assorted rifles, machetes and other dangerous weapons. The developments in the cement factory saw residents and passers-by scamper for safety. Members of the vigilante group were allegedly led by some government officials. A source who identified some of the men as thugs alleged that most of them were drawn from the state vigilante and hunters who have been working for the Kogi state government. Mr. David Oluru-Toba, spokesman for the Oyo mining host community, described the act as primitive and disgraceful, saying the youths of the community can never be used and will not take part in such evil practices. Speaking also, the Olu of Apata, Frederick Balogun, said he was never contacted and as such cannot justify the unwarranted invasion. Meanwhile, members of the mining and host communities have condemned the Kogi State government for what they described as extrajudicial and unlawful deployment of the vigilantes to cause chaos in the Obajana community. Recall that the state government has been having a running battle with the Dangote Cement Company over the acquisition of Obajana Cement and the state's equity shares in the Dangote Cement Limited. Efforts to speak with the Kogi State Police Public Relations Officer, William Ove-Aya, proved abortive as of the time of filing these reports. There was excitement in the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) yesterday following the release of the remaining 23 kidnapped passengers of the Kaduna-Abuja train attack. Officials who spoke to Daily Trust said NRC has been looking forward to the release of the remaining victims to enable it to resume train service on the route. It will be recalled that the NRC had planned to resume the train service on May 23rd before suspending the plan indefinitely following pressure from families of the victims who insisted on the rescue of their relatives before the resumption of the service. Afterwards, the former Minister of Transportation, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, declared that the train service would not resume until all the kidnapped victims were released. The new minister, Muazu Sambo, also reiterated the stance, saying it would be insensitive to resume the train service while the victims were still in captivity. The NRC Managing Director, engineer Fides Okiria, had told reporters last week that over 530 million naira was lost in 6 months to the suspension of the Abuja-Kaduna train service. Though the MD could not be reached as of press time, a source close to him said the NRC will soon unveil plans to resume the train service. Rivers House of Assembly on Thursday has withdrawn its recognition of Celestine Omehia as a former governor of Rivers State. All 21 members present voted in support of the motion to delist Omehia and resolved to forward their resolution to Governor Nyesom Wike for implementation. Omehia was the 4th governor of Rivers State from 29th May 2007 to 25th October 2007. His tenure was, however, truncated by the Supreme Court's judgment that brought his successor, Rotimi Amechi, to power. He is a member of the former ruling People's Democratic Party in the state and rumored to be the arrowhead of supporters of the PDP presidential candidate Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in Rivers State. Atiku and Governor Nyesom Wike since primary election have frosty relationship due to the conduct of the election. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, has said about 18 state governors across party lines are currently working behind the scene for the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. It, however, did not name the state's governors. The group's Secretary General, Okechukwu Iziguzoro, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. President Muhammadu Buhari on Thursday has given credit to his government for securing the release of hostages kidnapped 6 months ago from a train managed by the government. The government announced Wednesday that the remaining 23 hostages were released as at about 4 p.m. on Wednesday. They were among the scores of people kidnapped when terrorists attacked a Kaduna-bound train on March 28th. The train departed Abuja for Kaduna before it was attacked in a Kaduna community by the terrorists. According to a statement by his spokesperson, President Buhari credited his government for resolving the issue and the de-escalation of the terrorism, banditry and kidnapping that surged recently, giving assurances that the efforts will be sustained. The president expressed his happiness and satisfaction with the military as well as other security agencies for the safe release of the remaining 23 passengers. He affirmed that the agencies had shown outstanding capabilities that the whole world would not fail to take note of. While expressing satisfaction with the eventual release of the remaining hostages, President Buhari also congratulated the families of the victims for having them back alive. According to him, the relief that comes to the nation arising from the closure of the unfortunate saga must be sustained at all times all over the Federation. That's the news. Thanks for watching. My name is Govt. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Aspheric TV on YouTube. Also follow us on all of our social media platforms. On Instagram and Twitter, we are Aspheric News. And on Facebook, we are official Aspheric News. You can also visit our website at www.asphericnews.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.